Hello and welcome to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is Bricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Batman, the Lego Batman movie, Two-Face Double Demolition set. This is set number 70915. It has 564 pieces, and I paid $56 for this set. Now, like any other Lego Batman movie set that I've been looking at recently, this is retired. I got this in the aftermarket. I don't know what this retailed for. As far as I know, when I purchased this, it was sealed, so hopefully it is. It's another one of the villain vehicles, the many villain vehicles, but it also comes with a Bat vehicle here. From the Lego Batman movie that I've really enjoyed. I've already looked at the Riddler Racer, Arctic Roller for Penguin, the Joker Notorious Lowrider, the Killer Croc Tailgater, and now I'm looking at the Two-Face Double Demolition here, and there's still more for me to get eventually, like the Bane Toxic Truck Attack, and there's I think a Harley Quinn one, and I think there's a smaller Scarecrow one. There's like a mech, like an egghead mech. I think there's a Mr. Freeze one that's not like a vehicle like a lot of these other ones necessarily, but a set that I'm definitely interested in. So anyway, I got another one of these, and in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build process for this Lego Batman, the Lego Batman movie, Two-Face Double Demolition set, I wanted to say thanks for watching, and then to remind you to click the thumbs up if you like the video, and click the subscribe button if you like my channel. So we start out building some minifigures and some kind of railway road blockers. Then we move on to the Batcycle here, which is actually pretty interesting. It reminded me a little bit of I think a set I did with Black Panther that had a bike with similar wide wheels like this. So even though it's on two wheels, it still's pretty sturdy, and this was an interesting build. You kind of build this whole like sub-assembly for the seated area or the middle of it all at once. There are a few stickers on there, and you can see the sticker sheet for the entire set here, which I will talk about more in my review. So that's pretty much the first bag of pieces, and then I missed some recording of opening the bag, but I realized it early enough that we still get to see the majority of the truck build for this Two-Face Double Demolition truck here. So this is really awesome, and embarrassingly, I think I touch on this in the main review, but when I was building this, I was very confused. I didn't know where this was going. It was so strange. I didn't know which way was the front, which way was the back, which side was up. It was very weird, and it took me longer than I'd care to admit to remember that this is a Two-Face set, and as such, the vehicle also has this kind of duality, this sort of asymmetry, maybe a lighter side and a darker side and stuff like that, and it really comes through really well. And then once I realized that, this build became even more interesting for me. I really liked it already because it was just so different and so unique to have everything be so asymmetric, which I always really appreciate. But once I came to that realization, which I should have known right away, it really upped my enjoyment level of the build experience here. So you can see it's kind of got a separated axle, like the front axles are different than the rear axles, so there's like a pivot there so this can turn, which is kind of interesting, and all of the structure that's used for that and like the mechanism for the bucket is really cool. It doesn't look very complete yet, but we're kind of almost at the end, so now we're going to add more cosmetic stuff, bumpers, we're going to add all the wheels, all the other like functions and features and stuff like that, and it's really going to finish off strong here. So I was very impressed with this, and I'm so glad I got to take a look at it. And I think now we're gonna add the bucket, which I was very surprised how many stickers we put on this thing, which was a little bit of a bummer, but you know, it's okay. And then onto the wheels, which is not a big deal, and then I'll finish up, and then onto my review for this set. Okay, so here we have the Lego Batman movie Two-Face Double Demolition set. This is awesome. There's a lot of really, really good stuff here. A lot of stuff to look at. I'm going to try to go through it reasonably quick because some of my videos have been going on longer, but when I do a set like this, there's just so many things I want to talk about, so many things to point out. So I'm going to get right into it, and the first thing we will take a look at is the minifigures like we normally do. Of course, we get a Batman minifigure. This is the Lego Batman movie version. So this torso I have gotten several of. It does have the midsection extra piece between the legs and the torso. Nothing on the legs, nothing on the arms. Has the flexible cape. A little bit of detailing on the back. Cowl is good. We have a face here with the black band with the white eyes and then an alternate expression there. So that's Batman. Again, I think most of the Batmen from the Lego Batman movie sets are pretty much the same. Not the best Batman, but they're good, classic. Of course, he has a Batarang here. Then we get kind of some unique ones here. So we get some Gotham City Police Department figures. You get two of them, and both of them have kind of a GCPD vest accessory, which is really, really nice. So the first one we'll look at here has kind of a revolver accessory there and a walkie-talkie. Pop those off, and then they have the printed hat up here, which is really nice, so that's good. Nice face expression, no alternate expression because of the hat there. And they do have then printing on one of the arms, which is really, really cool. Nothing on the midsection or legs here, but I'll show the torso without the vest there. So we can see the torso. It's got like a button up. It's got an extra badge and a walkie-talkie little thing there. So that's really nice. The back of it says GCPD and has the cord from the walkie there. And then we can look at the kind of vest here, which has a different belt and GCPD and a little zipper pocket or something. There's also printing on the back of this, which is very, very cool. And then we have another GCPD officer, which is different and actually has a different vest on. So it doesn't have that like extra zipper. The GCPD is more, oh, maybe not. Maybe I just have it on backwards. Or I don't know. I guess it is the same one. Never mind. I should have taken a closer look at that earlier, but they have a different accessory here with two pieces there. They have a hair piece, so they do have an alternate face, and I'll have to see, I'll have to look, and maybe they're intentionally supposed to be one way or the other way, or maybe it's supposed to be that you can go either way with those. So I thought those were different, but that's okay. It's good to get printing on both sides. Good to have that option. We can see that the torso is very much the same, so that's okay, but nice to get two GCPD officers. And then we have a fourth minifigure here. This one's really special, and that is for Two-Face. This is Two-Face Double Demolition, so we get a Two-Face figure here, and we can see they have kind of a Tommy gun looking accessory there, which is kind of unique, and we'll kind of look at it. So on this side we have kind of the suit, the gray suit there. We have maybe a scarf going on, and the face, we get half of the face there. They get their mustache. They have a hair piece here, so that's all really good. And then because it's Two-Face, the other side is kind of all melty and scary and damaged and all this stuff. So the scarf is like tattered and melted. The tie is all messed up. The buttons of the side of the coat are messed up. We do have printing on the midsection there a little bit that the jacket comes down onto, and same for the other side. We have more printing down onto the legs, including some undergarment poking through that hole there. We have printing super subtle down onto the leg,
printing on the arm here, and then this really like moldy, or not moldy, melty kind of hair over here, which is really cool. That's an awesome dual molded hair piece. And then on the back, we get some of that extra detail there. And this character also has an alternate face, which is a little harder to tell. This one, maybe the mouth is opened and yelling or surprised, and this one's more of a grimace here. So you get that alternate face, but this is a really unique minifigure, and I'm super happy with the production value there. So this was pretty cool, and it's their set, so that's really great. So nice to see that. Moving on from the minifigures, we do get some side buildy stuff in here. So we get a couple of these very simple road block things, or like traffic things, or something that railing type things or obstacles that the GCPD might put up in the street to try to block the Two-Face's vehicle here. So these are super basic, but nice to get those. Then we get a Bat bike, and that's really great. I was actually in the Crocodile Tailgater set. I was very happy that there was a Bat boat there, and now I'm very happy that there's a Bat bike in this one, which is really cool. And this is actually pretty substantial. It does remind me of a bike from a Black Panther set that I have, a similar bike here. So we have really wide wheels, and actually the whole thing is very, very wide, but it's very stable on the two wheels there, so that's really good. Kind of some Technic core for the front and the back, as well as some Technic in the middle there, which is okay. We do have some stickers on this. This calls it the Bat Hawk, I believe. So we have a sticker there, same on the other side. We have a sticker here and a sticker here, like that. And the overall shaping of this is really cool. The color choices is nice. This very much matches some of the other Bat vehicles that I've looked at, like this mini Batwing and stuff like that. So the translucent's the same. The hint of red is all the same. So that's really, really lovely. I do love the red kind of rim through there, and the red kind of trim coming through here, which is really cool. This can open up, and Batman can be seated in there. We have a couple levers in there to drive. Also, these kind of wing pieces can kind of move to be opened up, so it can kind of look more like that, or you can fold those in to have more of a closure. Otherwise, there are some gappy things in here, but if it's a kind of motorcycle, sometimes motorcycles don't have any real major windscreen or anything like that, so there is still a bit of protection here for Batman. And then we have some other features. So we have two of the older style stud shooters here with the kind of pearl silver studs. So you have two of those. This can be positioned a little bit, so it can be aimed, and you could fire those individually or both at once. Got a little bit of translucent here to peek out over the rear wheel, some at the front for headlights, and then over on the other side, instead of duplicate thing, we get some asymmetry here. So we have a flick projectile, which are not my favorite. Sometimes they hurt my fingers. But just like that, we build out these very simple projectiles here, and that can be loaded in. And again, that can be positioned, so you can aim that a little bit, and that's pretty great. So really, really nice side vehicle, super fun. Again, this is something that probably could be a set on its own. I'm glad it's not. It's really cool that given the piece budget of this set, they were able to fit something like this in here, fit the other kind of roadblocks things there as well. So I really, really like this. And then we can move on to this double demolition, this Two-Face vehicle here. So when I was building this, it was actually, I had a real lapse in, not judgment necessarily, but I totally spaced that this was a Two-Face set. And when I was working on building, kind of you start at the rear, at the cab here for what is essentially like a bulldozer of some sort, I was like, wow, this is really asymmetrical and really interesting. It was a super unique build because of that. And then I was like, it finally clicked, and I was like, oh, it's a two-face thing, so there is going to be this similar side, or like different sides, and it actually kind of mirrors the Two-Face figure in a really great way. There are a lot of stickers in this set, so we had 4 stickers on the Bat Hawk or the Bat Bike there, and then the rest of these are all on this sort of construction vehicle as some sort. So the first side we're going to take a look at, I guess, is like this side, and we can see we have a sticker over here that says Falcone's or Falcone's Legit Construction Company. So it's got the kind of classic construction colors with the yellow and the white. We have a number over here for the vehicle number, perhaps. We got big wheels, which is great. A little bit of a caution stripe over here. That is a sticker. We have a door over here for some storage, which could be an engine or something like that, but there's a little revolver in there. And there's a sticker on the door. We also have up at the bucket up here, or whatever this is called, we have a sticker with the caution there, sticker with the caution on the side there as well. We have a little ladder over here for a character to get in there. This sticker there is kind of a little metal grate kind of for the fender. And for the most part, this side of the vehicle looks like a Gotham City construction vehicle for the most part. I like how this can, turn right there. So it's interesting that the front and rear axles are separated. And so those turn, you can see how that's connected. I liked how they did that, and then put this extra kind of flexible tube piece there to kind of cover up the end of that Technic beam. That just adds that's a really nice detail that I like added to that. So I like to see that. Of course, we have some lights up top over here, a window piece there, which is great. And then moving around the back and kind of to the other side, we can see again how this has this kind of asymmetric two-face kind of deal here, and we'll show the other side now. So this is kind of the melty, corrupt kind of two-face. So it's very, very different from this profile here. So the color scheme is way different. We go to kind of a black and red and brown and different stuff. It feels kind of dirty and maybe a little in disrepair, which is really interesting. We kind of see like some exposed engine pieces over here, maybe up here as well. There we have these really cool flexible tube pieces that have the like 2 colors in there, which is nice. We do have more stickers on this side. So sticker on the side here. We do have a sticker here, which is a little hard to see, and there's one on the other side as well, actually. So those are kind of identical. So there, and then over there, we do have a sticker on the side here. We have a sticker on the side of the bucket, another sticker on the side. There's actually even a sticker on the inside, but that's all of it. I was kind of surprised by that. We also have the couple stickers in here. You can see the difference. And we have a sticker up top that is actually kind of split down the middle there, right here. So that's really interesting. But other than that, on this side, we have kind of the same kind of wheels, but different details. They have these like spikes coming out of the wheels on this side, which is really aggressive and really cool looking. So that's great. We do have a stud shooter here, which is the 6-shooter kind of automatic one, which is cool. We have a tinted window over on this side, which is totally different. We do have even different kind of lights up at front, a different kind of thing in front of the windshield here, which is this kind of ladder or grate piece. We have a like a whip piece used here to kind of as another little detail of maybe some exposed parts or different things like that. Again, we have more spikes up front, and so there's just tons of different stuff in here, and it kind of looks great from either side. Like looking at it, the profile from this, it looks really like one thing, and looking at the profile like this, it looks like a completely other thing. And what that means for the build is that it's super unique and super like dynamic and interesting and inspired, because you go about building these two sides of the vehicle in pretty unique ways. There are some parts which are pretty similar. Like the stuff for the mechanism at the front here is kind of mirrored except for different colors and stuff, but there is a little extra details as well. But for the back here, there's all different piece usages, different shapes, tons of different stuff at the rear, which I think makes the build really, really fun. I liked it quite a bit. So that's terrific. And there's some interesting functionality for this. Of course, you can see we can move the bucket up and down here. So there's some Technic stuff that goes on in there. And if you can see that, when this is like up all the way, this Technic piece in here is kind of at the end of that axle, and if you push it down, then more of the axle comes through. So there's a little bit of sliding that goes on there, but it works well. It keeps it like nice and stiff, so it's not going to just come up and down super easily, but that's good. We connect the bucket with the ball joints up here, 2 on either side, so that can move independently as well, and it can lift up pretty high, and it can be kind of down like this, and it can get pretty low and everything. Of course, we can turn this because of the joint here between the 2 sections, so it can turn a little bit, which is great, and it's not too hard to kind of get it to where you want it to go from holding it from the rear. You can kind of position it, but even if it kind of is a little erratic, I think that makes sense for this type of vehicle there. So that's really cool. Of course, we have the function for the stud shooter over on this side, and that's all really great. We can fit a minifigure in here. We do have another sticker for the control panel there. I wish that was a print, but that's okay. Even the control panel kind of has this two-face motif there, which is really nice, and I like to see that. This studs on just barely. It's kind of all tiled out, but then it uses these 2 overhanging pieces to stud onto the roof right here. This is open at the rear. We have a crate piece there that you could store something in. Perhaps the accessory for Two-Face can be in there, as well as having the revolver accessory kind of over in the side here. And this is awesome. This is like this blew my mind. This might be one of my favorite, or my favorite now, of the Batman villain vehicles from the Lego Batman movie. Like, I really liked the Arctic Roller. I liked, the Tailgater, the Riddler Racer. I liked the Notorious Lowrider, but there was something really, really enjoyable for me for this build. I like often point out when things have asymmetry, and occasionally that's uncommon. I know when I was younger, when I was building mocks and stuff, I was kind of weirdly focused on making sure like things were symmetrical, and it makes the build so much more interesting to not just do mirrored things on either side. And I know that a lot of sets don't have exact mirror things, but there are some repetition sometimes, and this kind of eschews all of that, or for the most part. And so I really, really enjoyed it, and it's big. It's really like aggressive looking, it's imposing, and it just fits with Two-Face so well, from the color scheme to like one side being kind of the business normal side, or quote unquote normal side, or unchanged side, and the other side being kind of the melty, disheveled, angry, kind of scary side, and this just mirrors that perfectly. I think it's really cool that it comes with a pretty robust side build Bat vehicle here in the Nighthawk that matches the color scheme of all the other Bat vehicles there, and has a little bit of asymmetry for itself, which is cool. The little side build things here is actually kind of fun, because these look like these could be at a construction site, like this bulldozer type thing might be, or front loader, or whatever this is. It can kind of scoop those up a little bit, or push them around with the bucket, or whatever this is called on one of these machines. I like that. I don't know if this is the only set that comes with GCPD. I think there might be some other Lego Batman movie sets that come with them, but happy to get 2 of those. I think the Two-Face figure is really, really good, so that's excellent to see, and I just had a blast building that. Now, there is a lot of stickers. I was actually kind of surprised by how many stickers went on the like front kind of bucket piece of this thing here. So one on the side over there, over on the side here, same over here and down here, and one there. So that's 5 stickers on that. And you know, it would have been great if that was printed, but I understand why it's not. Of course, a lot of the details are stickers, and there's not really a ton of prints in this set in general. That goes for the Batcycle and for this, but the stickers add a lot to making this side seem, you know, very kind of just construction site business as usual. But, you know, I could see leaving some of the stickers off, like this graded one over on the door here. Would have been nice if that was just molded or printed or something like that. But the rest of this stuff I'm pretty okay with. And as far as the stickers go for the more corrupted side, you know, I'm not too worried about them. It feels, you know, okay to me, even though there was more than I anticipated. And this might be, you know, the most stickers from any of the Lego Batman sets that I've looked at so far. So that's pretty interesting to think about, that there was so many stickers here, but they're used to good effect. And this, you know, I think for all of these Lego Batman movie villain vehicles, they've really pushed their piece budgets in a big way. I think this feels like a set that would have a lot more pieces than it does, and I'll kind of talk more about that when I talk about the value here, but I'll show the extra pieces. Of course, we get extra projectiles, so we have 6 of these translucent ones that can go for the 6-shooter kind of automatic bit over there. We have the like pearl silver ones for the Bat-Hawk, as well as an extra of the flick projectile. And then as far as the extra pieces go, we get a couple extra like minifigure accessories. We get an extra whip, extra batarangs here. We also get an extra of the midsection utility belt, an extra of the revolver, your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your Technic bushings, your pins. You got like the barb elements there, some bar elements and barb elements, a lever, and just all your other tiny pieces there, which is good to get. And you actually also get an extra of this flexible tube with the kind of 2 colors in there. So that was pretty exciting to get an extra one of that. And those are the extra pieces. And this set is 564 pieces, 4 minifigures, and I paid $56 for this set, which is an interesting price. I think I got it in a bid, and you know, it works out to exactly, or 10 cents per piece, which is a kind of a good baseline, but not always the case. For some of these Lego Batman movie sets, like for example the Tailgater, Killer Croc Tailgater set, I actually paid a lot more for that one, even though that had less pieces. For the Batmobile, I think that has a pretty close amount of pieces to this, and I paid slightly more for that. I think the Joker Notorious Lowrider and the Penguin Arctic Roller, I paid a considerable amount more than the piece count. I think the Arctic Roller only has like less than 300 pieces, and I think I paid $40, $45, $50 for that. And the Joker Notorious Lowrider I think is in the 400 to 500 piece range, and I think I might have paid $50, $60, $70 for that. I can't remember exactly. And these sets are retired, and the Killer Croc Tailgater one does have the Big Fig, which is a lot of value. Just like the Bane Toxic Truck set from the Lego Batman movie, I think that set is as less than 400 pieces, and I think it goes for around $100 or more, partly because of the Big Fig, and I'm not really sure what else. I'd have to take a look at that. So for some of these villain vehicles from the Lego Batman movie, the price per piece isn't always the great way to look at it, but I certainly feel like I got, $50 to $60 worth of value here. I actually, would have paid more for this and I think I got a great deal. Not only is I think probably pretty close to retail, it just feels like I got a lot of Lego here. And that's part because, like, yeah, there's a lot of empty space in here, and this stuff's up here is pretty thin, but feels really true. We got the big wheels here, the molded bucket piece up there. We got, like, pretty big wheels for the bike as well. You know, not really prints, but that's okay. And there's some specialized pieces, and I think it's just a great vehicle. Like I say, it maybe is one of my favorites. Oh, and we have another sticker here that I missed. And again, we can see it even follows the kind of two-faced nature of this. This one's got lights over here. This one has nothing. The grill is totally, different side to side, which is very, very cool. And looking at the bottom, we can see more asymmetry there. So tons of cool stuff, and I had a blast building it. Like I say, it's maybe one of my favorite ones that I built so far. It has a really, really passable or robust kind of awesome side build here in this Bathawk bike, which I think is really, really great. And the minifigures are good. Batman's nothing special here. The GCPD officers are pretty cool. I like these vest pieces with the printing on them, which is really nice. I like that the hat has printing on it. The sleeve on one arm has printing on it is really good. Nothing on the midsection or legs for the GCPD officers, but that's still okay. And then I really, really love this Two-Face figure. So very, very happy with that. It looks great, and it's pretty unique. So I feel really like I got a great deal of this set, and I'm pretty pleased with it, and I can't wait to eventually hopefully get the Bane Toxic Truck one, and I want to get more of the Bat vehicles, like the Batwing and the Scuddler, and I think there's like the Harley Quinn Cannonball one. There's like a Scarecrow kind of thing, which is more of a smaller villain vehicle set. I think there's like there's a Food Fight Egg Mech, I think. There's also a Mr. Freeze set, and there's just tons of other stuff from the Lego Batman movie that I want to try to hunt down because I've just really, really been enjoying them, and I missed them kind of when they were coming out. So this has been a blast, and this one's really, really great. So big thumbs up from me. I think this one's so, so cool, so well done. So big credit to the designers for this one. And I'm very, very happy with it. So I like it a lot. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up and give it a like. And if you like my other videos, like my other ones for other Lego Batman movie videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, like tons of other sets from all different themes, but more Lego Batman movie stuff, more Batman stuff, and then just tons of other themes, all different types of sets, all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts, big, small, old, new, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss that. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that right here on YouTube with the membership, supers, and thanks, all of that wonderful stuff. It is appreciated and helps a lot, so thank you very much. And I still have the Patreon, which is in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. You can get access to all my videos early before they're publicly posted on YouTube, get access to some exclusive videos, like videos I'll do for some like bigger sets, like if I eventually get like the Joker Manor or whatever the different things are from the Lego Batman movie, which I don't know if I'll ever be able to get or can convince myself to spend enough on, but like that kind of set would probably be something I would build exclusively for like Patreon or members on the YouTube. So if you're interested in that, maybe consider checking those out. Every little bit helps, and I do appreciate it. So with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.